Let me
Ma'am,
know.
others will join us later on. You can start the session.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Riddhi Khurana, and I represent Ontario Tech University. I look after the South Asia region. So Ontario Tech, I will give you a very brief introduction first, and then we can move on to the requirements, the key selling points of the university, as well as some key notes to remember in case we have an interested student. So, as far as the background for the university is concerned, we are a 20-year-old university. We have a beautiful campus in the city of Oshawa, which is about a 45 minutes drive away from Toronto. Our campus is spread in about 400 acres. We also share our campus with Durham College. We have about 10,000 undergraduate students, out of which about 10 to 11% is the international student number. We are also home to many sports facilities on campus. We have amazing opportunities on campus, such as experiential learning. If I were to share an example, we have an ACE center, we have an automotive center, we have a windmill station, we also have a campus recreation and wellness center. Needless to mention, we organize and host a lot of sports events on campus. It could be like intramurals or extramurals on campus. So that's a little bit of background on the university. I will now be sharing some more information about the programs that we have and the key selling points of the university. Now, let's start with the key selling points of the university. We are ranked in the top 10 universities of Canada for various of our programs, especially if I were to speak about engineering. I'm sorry, is there anybody who's trying to talk? Okay. So for the engineering courses, we're ranked 8th in Canada for our engineering program, 4th for our energy and fuel courses, top 9th and 20th in Canada for our higher education, which is the best global universities by Times Higher Education. We've also ranked among the primary undergraduate universities in the top 3 for our other facilities on campus, such as social sciences, humanities, medical health science grants, library, academic advising, reputation, etc. In terms of our employment rate, we are also 88% at the employment rate from our undergraduate students, and this is within the 6 months of graduation. 37% of our students earn more than 50,000 annually, which is great because that's hardly achievable like by other students of other universities. We also have employers from Canada as well as from international brands. So to share, if I were to give you a number, there are more than 400 companies and organizations that participate at our career fairs every year. To name a few and some brands, we have Amazon, Facebook, Google, Deloitte, IBM, Tesla, Ubisoft, etc. There are also domestic and international brands. All over this program magazine, you'll be able to view some anecdotes of students who've been at the university. So you can see students from UAE, there is one from Jamaica, and there is one from Uganda, sharing experiences of their student life on campus. Now let's jump on to programs. We do offer 7 faculties: business, education, engineering, computers, sciences, medicine and health, social sciences, humanities. So there could be a question like, okay, you're a tech university. How come you have social sciences? How come you have commerce and business programs? So our university specializes in tech orientedness with every program that there is, meaning that every course at the university has an aspect of technology embedded in the course. So it's experiential learning as well as learning through technology. Now, I will be skipping information from each of the faculties. You can read this on your own. I'm going to drop in a link for you to open a PDF, which will then give you an access to this particular document that I'm sharing with you. We have number of courses for each of our faculties, just to give you a glance. Engineering, we have over 7 specializations. There are over multiple courses and specializations for other of our courses like education, business, computers and technology. There is social sciences and humanities. Yeah. So moving on to the admission requirements, if I were to just give you a quick glance on that, it is a very good reference point for you. It's on page 46 of the document. Here it is. I will get back to every other thing that I'm skipping, but don't worry about it. Yeah. So admission requirements. If we are looking at business first, we do need an aspect of mathematics. We do look at mathematics as one of the prerequisites and English as another prerequisite. In case the student does not have mathematics in a commerce program, we might be able to accept them with a business and economics subject requirement, provided they have a good percentage in those two. So a good percentage would mean anything above 75 to 80. Another program, which is game development, which is a part of the information technology IT department, we will be able to consider student only with a math prerequisite. Engineering, we're accepting chemistry, physics, and mathematics. We might also be able to accept the student with physics and math only. But given that physics also has a higher percentage. Now, health sciences, every program which includes a biology program, like any other program with it, we need a math prerequisite along with that. You may see that there is a requirement of chemistry. It says chemistry is recommended. So that means biology, chemistry, and math is important for a student to have if they want to go ahead with the sciences program. It goes simply for nursing as well. We do need math along with chemistry and biology. In terms of other sciences programs, we do need any two of sciences, so either a chem bio or a chem physics along with a math requirement. We do not have a concession for students applying for sciences, but we do have a concession for students applying for commerce. Computer sciences, very generic, English and math, of course, with another physics as one of the complementary courses. We might be able to let that go in case the student has computer sciences. Okay, that's about the admission requirements. For social sciences, humanities, English is absolutely okay. For Bachelor of Sciences in psychology, we do need maths. That's the only other information apart from social sciences department that I wanted to share. English language proficiency, we do accept all kinds of examinations, but I do not recommend that to students because they will have to take IELTS for their visa. So it's best they do that initially itself. So IELTS at 6.5 overall and 6 in each band. For the other two courses, which is nursing and education, we need 7 as an overall. We also will accept Duolingo. We will also accept an MOI, which is a medium of instruction certificate, which can be given by the school stating that the student has studied for more than 3 years in English. Coming to how we can support student life on campus, we do offer 3 different kinds of scholarships. As you can see, one major scholarship that we offer is 72,000 Canadian dollars for 4 years, which is 18,000 every year. We also offer 10,000 Canadian dollars for International Leaders Award and 4,000 Canadian dollars for International Merit Award, which is given to 5 applicants. The other one is given to 5 achieving higher international students, and the 72,000 is given to 1 international student every year. Okay. The fees and finances will be mentioned over here on page 40, so you can refer to that. Every course would have a different fee requirement, starting from arts, education, health and sciences will be 29,000 Canadian dollars. Nursing is 29,700. Computer science is a little bit more, 32. Commerce, 32. Information technology, 35. And then engineering. So we are a residential campus. We do offer on-campus residence for students who want to join in, and the fees finances for that is separate. Okay, I've already shared how sports enthusiasts we are. So that's another plus point of the university. In case you have any questions, please let me know right now, and then we can move on to the other document. So I'm just going to stop sharing, and we'll share another document in the chat. Meanwhile, if anybody has a question, please feel free to ask. Does anybody have a question?
Yes, I would like to ask one question. So you mentioned that we have to go for maths, that is compulsory, but do you accept the standard like grade 12 from open board?
Open board
Yep.
for math?
No, as in general, like if someone has appeared for open board.
Yeah, that's okay. That should be okay.
That should be all right. Okay.
Yeah.
And what if they don't have studied maths and they go for like online education? Do you
If
accept
they
that?
want to continue with it, they can do that. Like they can do like a pre-course from Ontario High School, but that's going to cost a little bit much for the first year, because it's going to be around $1,600 for one course, and they might have to do at least 4 to 5 courses before they join the university. So that's not going to be like a part of the program, but it is separate from the course. So they will have to fetch that themselves.
Right.
The university would not be able to help in that.
Perfect. And once we do the application, what would be the time we can think of that you will?
Yeah, we'll come
get...
to that. We are sharing another document for
All right.
application. Yeah, we'll come to that. Anything else apart from these questions, like anything in respect to admissions, the university, or the highlights of the university? Anybody else wants to ask anything? Okay.
Ma'am, any solution for those students who did their physics, chemistry, and biology and don't have maths but wants to apply for bio or health related programs?
No, we do not accept. No.
Do you accept NIUS or virtual high school maths for them?
Of course, that's what we were discussing. So in case you would want, the student would want to go ahead with an open exam for mathematics, we will accept that. Otherwise, if the student wants to continue with the Ontario High School, course for the before joining the university, they can also do that. But that's completely separate from the university. That's not a part of the program. So we will not be registering the student until and unless the qualification or the requirement is completed.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Scholarship, she has already discussed. So that's it. That is what I wanted to ask.
Anybody else wants to ask anything? I did not mention the qualification.
And ma'am, commerce, you said if you have 75 marks in economics, it's okay without maths, right?
Yes, economics and business studies.
Economics and business studies. So ma'am, we don't have in a Gujarat cases, we don't have business maths. So
Mhm.
we have accounting, statistics and economics.
That's fine.
And
That should not
business
be a problem.
commerce. Yeah.
Yeah, that should not be a problem because as long as they have economics, we will consider it if it's a little higher percentage.
Okay, ma'am. So that, so they, I mean, for BBA students, we can apply if they have 75 or above marks. But we
Correct.
cannot apply for the bio students until and unless they have the requirements. Yeah, ma'am, that's it. It's clear from our side. Ma'am, currently, January, May, September, which intake is open and for which intake?
Jan is open right now. January is open. You may want to apply for September also. We do have only 2 intakes, so we don't have any other intake. Only September and January.
Okay, ma'am. ठीक है और कुछ पूछना?
Okay, I'm just going to share the second document, which is about application. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Are you able to view using Ontario University undergraduate application form for agencies?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'll call one of the back office member. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry for the wait. So what we are going to do here is we are going to add a few of our back office staff because they are the ones who look into this matter a lot. So
Oh,
just give yeah, so just
perfect.
give like 1 or 2 minutes. They are joining.
Sure, no problem. Meanwhile, I can share the requirements for scholarships. Is that okay with all of you here?
Yeah, that would be fine.
Okay, perfect. Give me 1 second. All right. Go. Okay, so the qualifications that we need for scholarships, there is one application form. The student needs to have a minimum of 85%. 85% meaning that their overall percentage has to be 85, not a subject requirement. This does not guarantee a scholarship, meaning that if they have 85%, they will get a scholarship. It's not like that. It's actually other documentations as well. So one is 85% and only then can they apply. The second would be to have letters of recommendation. I'm just going to write it for you here. Letters of recommendation, 2 of those from the student. We need a statement of purpose, SOP, and we need extracurricular subjects like certificates. So apart from 85%, we do need LORs, which are 2 of those. We need a statement of purpose from the student, and we need extracurriculars. Now, these 3 documentations will go on a separate application. And the separate application you can find either here, which is ontariotecU.ca/scholarships, or once you have applied to the student, I'll explain that to you. Once you have like student portal login ID and password, you can apply it there as well. You just have to upload the documents. Now, once the application is completed, it has to be submitted before February 15th, 2023. Some of the deadlines for other applications goes on till March, but the scholarship ends in February. So that's just one thing that I wanted to reiterate before, there's a confusion. Scholarship deadline is February 15th. Please apply before that. There is no automatic scholarship in terms of entrance. You still need to apply for it. So you still need to apply international merit, international leaders, and application-based awards. Are the people who were in the application here already? Or are we still waiting for some people to join in?
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am, they are here.
They're here? Awesome. So I'm going to share one link with all of you. Please make an application here only. If you do not make an application on this link, we will not be able to recognize your application from EEC as an agent partner. We will not be able to give you an agent commission even if you fill out a form later on. Even if the student is coming to you later on for visa applications or any kind of support, we still will not be able to give you any sort of commission for that if the application has not been made through this link. So please apply using this link only. Do not apply with OUAC. The first step would be to open this link, go on to the personal information for the student. As soon as you enter the personal information, you enter the contact information. For contact information, if you do have a link or like an email address of the student which is accessible, please only register that. Otherwise, what happens is students make multiple email IDs and they forget to check their email IDs. So either take like whosoever is a more reliable person in the family, maybe a parent or somebody else, a guardian or the student themselves, but please only use the email address which will be accessible thereafter. You will also have an opportunity to add your email address as the application maker. So for every agency, we are opening this up wherein you can make your own email address as to like in terms of adding your email address to the application. So you as well as the student will get information about everything. So you will have an option of adding your information as in your name, your full name, your contact information and your email address. Thereafter, you will be choosing your agent name, which will be EEC, or it could be like the full form of the agency. Please check that carefully before you click on anything else, because that will be registered. The application will be registered under the name. So in case you select any other agent, the application will be directed to that agent account. So please choose EEC very, very carefully from here. You also need to submit English language proficiency test. Now, sometimes the student has applied for IELTS but not taken the test. Even an acknowledgement sheet or the letter will be enough. If the student has already taken the test, please submit their admit card. If you're waiting for the results, please submit their waiting card, the admit card or something like that, and we will be happy to process the application. Now, program choices. Once the student is making an application, once you're making an application, please choose up to 3 main programs. Insist on applying to at least 3 programs because it is important for, for various reasons. I'll give you one for now, that in case the student does not get an offer letter for one program, they at least will be eligible for the next one and the next one thereafter. So please apply to 3 programs for the student. Insist on having them make a choice for or a preference, 3 preference list for the program choice. Apart from that, you need to upload documentation. It's not mandatory to upload all documentations right away. But if you do that, if you make all documents uploaded when you're making an application, the application will get processed really faster. So the question which was asked earlier, how much time will it take to get it processed? The minimum time that I have seen is 48 hours. So 48 hours is when you've made the application, it's updated completely, there is no other requirement left, only then the application is processed as quickly as that. Otherwise, it might take up to 6 to 8 weeks for it to get processed. That's the ideal time for any application to get processed. In case you think that the student is looking for other options, you want to get it processed a little bit more faster so that they complete their process here, just let me know or my colleague know, and we will be able to just initiate that request further. There is an application fee of $100 in case you are organizing any event or any personalized interactions with the students. I might be able to give you like a free application coupon, but not for every other application which is made. So That's just a fee, application fee document. Apart from that, there is nothing much. You just review your order, pay from the credit card or whichever card works on this particular account, and you submit. So once you have submitted, there are few steps that will come next. Firstly, you'll get a student banner ID and a password, which will open an account in My Campus portal. So My Campus portal is basically a student account from Ontario Tech, and their student banner ID will start with a 100 number and their password will be the date of birth. So once you have made an application for the student, they will receive a banner ID and password within 24 hours. So please check that and open the My Campus portal. On My Campus portal, I'm just going to write it for you. On My Campus portal, you will upload any kind of pending documents, load documentations, review your application. You may also see what has been accepted or rejected as a document. So there could be times when your document is rejected by the application or the admissions team. So please re-upload the document. That is why visiting My Campus portal is absolutely necessary. Once the student gets a conditional offer letter, they do need to confirm it by paying 500 Canadian dollars. So once they receive a conditional offer letter, confirm it by paying 500 Canadian dollars. The deadline for that will be separate, which will be mentioned in the offer letter. Please request the student to read the conditional offer letter very, very carefully as to what are the deadlines for accepting and paying the deposit for $500. Okay, so deadline for accepting and paying the deposit, please check that on the conditional offer letter. It will be clearly mentioned. There is no other way that it will say that you will have to write, you will get a deadline for paying or accepting the offer. So please request the student to immediately check the conditional offer letter. Once you have made the payment for the $500 deposit, and once you submit the pending documents, perhaps like the 12th grade, so pending document upload is done, plus the $500 is done, you may move on to the next step, which is registering for courses. So course registration will begin in the month of June. So pending documentation plus the $500 deposit, once it's done, only then the students can register for their courses in June. Now you can apply for visa once the pending documentation is uploaded and once you get a final or an unconditional offer letter. And this you will only get once you have submitted the pending documents. So any other questions right now? I'm just going to also mention the intakes we have at the university. One is a Jan intake, which is also winter. And then we have September intake, which is also fall. That's it. There are only 2 intakes that we have. And the deadlines I will just mention for fall. If you want me to send you an email about this, let me know. Prexa, you can let me know. I will just send an email about this. For fall, March 31st is the last date to apply. So please apply before that. For computer sciences, CS, and nursing, Jan 31st is the last date for fall. That is for fall. January intake, we're still open. So only 2 programs which have an earlier deadline. For scholarship, it is February 15th, 2023. Please keep in mind, scholarship is only for fall intake. Okay, any questions, any comments, any remarks that you have right now, please feel free to share.
Do we have questions, team?
Anybody has any questions?
It seems like you have explained pretty well, Riddhi.
Okay,
So our
perfect.
team doesn't have any questions as of now. But
Alright.
is there any like a contact details of yours where we can contact if we have any questions?
Yeah, most of your team members already have my information, but I'm just gonna give it out just now. OntarioTechU.ca. So you can reach out to me here in case you have any questions. Yeah. All right. No problem. So I've also sent a link for everybody to use that for application purposes. Please use that link only and avoid applying through UAC. That's it. That's from me. In case you would have any questions, feel free to maybe create a WhatsApp group for your team and myself. And I would really appreciate that if you can put in questions there itself. Apart from this, if you have any pressing concerns, feel free to call me as well. I may be able to answer you immediately. Otherwise, drop in your email and I will be happy to get back to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much
Thank
for your time
you.
also today.
Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone. All the very
Thank you.
best. Have a
Thank
nice
you. Bye.
recruitment cycle. Bye. Take care.
Bye. Bye.